Whoa! Hello, everybody. Hoodie D here, joined by Lady Medea, talking about the 2025 action war film Valiant 1. This is a American war thriller directed by Steve Barnett. The film follows a U.S. Army helicopter crew on a routine mission that crashes deep within North Korean territory. The survivors must navigate hostile terrain and evade enemy forces to reach safety. Their journey becomes more perilous as they strive to escort a civilian tech specialist across the treacherous demilitarized zone. The movie focuses on themes of leadership, using teamwork, working together, and overcoming challenges behind enemy lines. So, Lady Medea, take it away. What did you think?
Well, I don't have anything terribly bad to say about this movie. I had good time. I enjoyed it, and so let me start with some positives. I definitely like the actors. They did a good job. They played their part. Chase Stokes, who played the main character, the leader, let's say, he did pretty decently. We can see him in another movie. I think it came out a week ago. It hit the theaters. What was it? The tattoo artist. He plays a tattoo artist. Um, I forgot the name of the movie. So we can see him in another movie. So it looks like he's gaining some traction there. So and the rest of the crew did pretty good too. I don't think I recognize any other actors there, but I have nothing to say against them. They did okay, and basically the arc of the characters is pretty good. We meet them as the young soldiers. They basically don't know each other. They kind of act, a little uh, cocky, especially him, especially the main character. They kind of have no experience in combat. I From what I gather, they basically just like a reserve team, and they are put on this mission together. They kind of thrown together on that helicopter that crashes, and of course now they have to survive. And you can tell throughout the movie that they kind of learn all those very important values, as they kind of encounter all the obstacles, encounter all the groups of foreign soldiers, and they have to survive, and they have to learn to trust each other. They have to learn about teamwork, having each other's back, being responsible for one another, and definitely about courage. So this is very well portrayed. So I definitely enjoy watching them going through the motions, and kind of learning that, and in the end, becoming stronger because of that. um, at, as for the negatives, I did not think that it was a high quality movie. It was okay, just not the quality that you would expect from the cinema movie. More like a Netflix great movie. What did you think about that?
Yeah, as soon as I finished the movie, I was like, that was a Netflix movie. I just watched
Mhm.
a Netflix streaming movie. It was definitely lower budget, not a, full cinematic experience like we're used to when we go to the theater. There was some shoddy CGI and some effects, particularly with the helicopter, and then the some of
Mhm.
the gun flash effects I didn't think were done that great. But I will agree with you on some of the positives. For being only 87 minutes long, the movie does, get from place to place pretty quickly, and it
Yeah.
doesn't waste time on, slow dialogue, slow scenes. It's pretty constant. So with that said, it doesn't really have the time or inclination to explore its characters too deeply because things are moving along at such a fast pace. But we do deal with the characters efficiently. We know who they are. We know how they feel about life, what they value. So they did a great job with that. The acting was great. Chase Stokes, he's actually in one of my favorite Netflix shows, The Outer Banks. He does a great
There
job
you
in
go.
there. So it was cool seeing him on the big screen. That's the first time I've seen him on the big screen. So he's doing great, it looks like. And intriguing story. It had very well executed shootouts. I thought some of the shootouts between the American soldiers and the North Korean military, there were some really good shootouts there. They were, good use of cover in the trees, in the
Mhm.
woods. So I thought that was very well done. I did find myself enjoying it despite its flaws, because its flaws were not as noticeable as they could be in these kind of films. At times, it can be very stereotypical. Of course, it's a military war film, and it's not exactly challenging. It doesn't make you think too hard. It's just kind of watch it and enjoy it. But you can tell everyone involved had a good time making it, and I think that shows with the interactions between the military soldiers. Now, something I have to say I absolutely hated, the music was terrible.
Yeah.
You would be in the middle of a very serious shootout, and there's just this awful rap music playing, and it's not even rap music that's good. It's like this terrible, loud, just in your face music that completely takes you out of the battle, like the immersion of the shootout. uh it was just terrible. I could not stop thinking about the music when I was just trying to focus what's on the screen. So uh, terrible choice for music. I don't know who thought that was a good idea for this type of movie that's such a serious tone. You're shooting North Korean soldiers, they're shooting back at you, and you're playing this terrible rap music. So I thought that was an awful choice. That definitely took the movie down for me. And then I don't know if you noticed this. Did you notice like a blue filter on the whole movie?
I don't know if I did. I don't know
It
if I
was like
paid
the
attention
whole
to
it was like
that.
there was like a blue, like, just tint on the whole. It just really threw me off. So those are my negatives for the film. Did you like the music?
No, I actually had the same thought about the music. Like in my opinion, the good music in a movie is the one that you barely notice, but it does enhance your experience, right? It adds to it where it's supposed to. And this was absolutely distracting. I'm, it's like when I actually noticed the music in all the worst moments, it's like no, 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 no. The bad, 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 bad idea. So yeah, music was definitely a very big minus for me.
Overall, it's a Netflix streaming movie. That's really what it felt like to me.
Mhm.
It did not feel like a big budget Hollywood cinema production, and I think that's going to show from what I've seen on the box office. It's not really performing well. It was lower budget. It was $70 million, so it's not like it was a $200 million
Yeah.
picture. So I do think we will see this on streaming very soon, and I think it will be successful on streaming. I think a lot of
Mhm.
people will watch it and enjoy it on streaming. It's just not the type of movie that would draw in a crowd, unfortunately. So um, that's my thought on it. Do you have anything else you'd like to say, Lady Medea?
No, no, I think those are pretty good points that we hit right now. What about the rating? What do you think? What do you give it?
I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10.
That was my thinking. I was at first I was like, whoa, let's look, I'm gonna give it 4, but I was like, yeah, no, actually overall it was pretty good. So those little minor flaws. So I kind of bumped it up to 5. So 5 is pretty solid number, right in the middle there. And yeah, so let's stick to 5.
5 out of 10. You heard it here, folks. This is a movie that it'd be really good to just put on before bed on your TV before you go to
Mhm.
sleep. So 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching another review here.